Okay, third time, fourth time's the charm. Okay, hi. I I was trying to stream multiple times, and my cat's coming over again. And it I had to unplug the internet for this to happen again. So hopefully, I pray to everything that everything works out. I literally just want to doodle for like I don't even know how long, probably until I get tired again. Um, but anyway. Hi, hello, good evening to whomsoever is watching. Um, I hope the chicken's really well, dude. Um, yeah, so good evening. This took me actually an hour to try and figure out what to do. Last time it took me an hour just because I hadn't streamed in a while. This one was just because my internet somehow just isn't great, even though I'm the only person awake and the only person using anything. So, um, good evening. Ow, hello. Okay. So, my only plan so far is to work on my character that my coworker did of mine, and then maybe doing a few other doodles. Other than that, that is all. Um, so yeah, that is my only plan. Curly girl, you are such a cutie patootie, but my goodness. I hope that everybody liked the starting soon. Hello, the starting soon intro page. I just started that, or I just did that today. Um, so yeah. Um, hopefully I can play some music today. Uh, just because I am not very talkative today. I think this is the first time that I've spoken in since I've woken up. And I woke up at like around 12. I've woken up around noon. So yeah. Okay. Let my darling sweetheart not be on top of my lap for a few minutes because she'll be like, I'm tired and I'm bored. And then she'll get up in the middle of me drawing, and then I will have to distract her again. Isn't that right, Goody? I love her. She's gonna be 4 soon. Girl, I was just petting you. Oh my goodness. I was literally just petting her and she was completely fine with it, and now she's not. Hey, hey. So, ma'am. Oh my goodness. She's trying to attack me. I literally just pet her for a few minutes, and now she's coming after me. That's crazy. I have to be away from the table now. You can go after my legs, just not my hands, please. That's all I ask. Yes, I am outing her age in public. She's 4 years old. She's my little angel of light. I love her. Okay, now she's calm. She went on the floor and she's like, I'm fine now. I'm no longer overstimulated. Girl. Okay. Yeah, I did text you like around like 12:20, I guess. I don't know. I just remember I slept for 14 hours. That's all that really matters, to be honest. Okay. So, today on the Doodle Hour, I'm going to be drawing my character in the colors that my coworker made of my character. Because he let me borrow his drawing tablet a couple of times. Um, because I don't know what it's like to have like these drawing tablets where they're on the screen and you can just like draw like that instead of using like the computer, like how my system is. Um, but what's the word? Yeah, he let me borrow it like a couple times, and when I don't know what to draw, my first instinct is to just draw horses because I don't know what the first thing to do is. And not to mention the things that I do like to draw take like long. What the heck? Girl, ma'am, Can I assist you? Ma'am! Girly, what are you doing? Do you need a minute? This this girl, I don't know what I did to you. Or okay. She's like, you were not allowed to draw. You took all that time to try and figure out how to draw, and now you're not going to draw because I'm not allowing you to. I don't know what's going on with her. Um, I'm stepping away because if you scratch me, girl. Um, whenever I draw and like I have like a time limit, my first instinct is to just draw horses because they're really quick and easy to do. Um, like if I were to do commissions and I were to do someone's character, doing like someone's pony would take me probably like a couple of hours depending on like what I want. I have been paying all my literally all day. That's all I've been doing, and now she's like upset that I guess I'm not paying attention to her now. But yeah, so it takes me like a couple of hours to just do like horses. But then when it comes to like people and other things, it takes me a lot longer. So I just kind of, you know, so he would hand me his drawing tablet and he would just be like, all right, here. And I'm like, okay, well now I'm under a lot of pressure. So let me just draw a horse. So I draw my pony Sona because I haven't drawn. I don't draw horses. I don't draw ponies all that much. So, um, but yeah, so that's the plan is that I'm gonna be just drawing my character in those colors. Um, and you know what? Let me do it like kind of like I have an idea. So just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. Stop pressuring me. No, I'm kidding. Um, mm, hold on. Give me a second. Why did I do it like that? Hmm. I'm trying to figure out a pose because I'm trying like I have something in my head, but I can't think of it properly because it's like moving too much. Um, let's do it like. Oh, you know what? Because I'm confusing myself. I'm confusing myself. Okay. Um, give me a sec. Sorry. So then let's do it like that, and then do. Okay. So we're gonna do it like that. There we go. See, I have an idea. I have thoughts. I have thoughts and opinions. I know what I'm doing. Um, but yeah. So the character that I'm gonna be drawing, and I'll show you. It's on the second page. I don't want to like put it out there too quickly because it's almost Emma. It's I'm just gonna be recoloring my OC with some of the colors, not all of the colors. And I know what I'm talking about. I know what I mean. Give me a minute. Because when he designed it, he was like, "Oh yeah, I was just going based off the colors that were there." And I was like, okay. And I saw it and I was like, I wouldn't do it like this, but I can do something like it with the same colors and I can show you what it is. Um, like how I would have done it with the colors that he used. Because they're not bad colors. They aren't bad colors. Like what is it? They're just not what I would have used them as, if that makes any sense. Um, and he's okay with me doing this. I made sure I was like, oh, are you okay with like this being like a live stream? He's like, yeah, it's fine. Um, and I will not tag him, but I put you can find him on like Instagram and whatnot. So you can follow his art if you so choose to. Um, because he ooh, not he drew over it. There we go, and like drew it himself. Um, so you'll see it in my character and his art style, which it was really funny when he drew it. He was like, "Yeah, here's this," and I was like, "They're supposed to be smaller. That's fine." But he was also very much like, "Oh, that's how your character looks." I'm like, "Yeah," because every time I would draw my character, it would always be like in grayscale, um, just because I didn't want to take the time to grab all the colors. Oh no, I've drawn horses too much. Now I make them with longer necks. Oh God. Sorry. Um, and what I'll probably do after this, if I'm not terribly tired or anything, I'll probably do more doodles of like horses, of people in like the chat if y'all are comfortable with it, or if it's just like, the same folks, you know. Uh, like Littlefoot from the Land Before Time. Okay, maybe I'm not understanding that, but that's okay. Pokey's just busy. He's doing his own thing up in the colder zone. Okay, what did I do with the hooves? Why are they changing on me all of a sudden? That's fine. It's okay. This, what did I do? Oh, now you're chilling out, girly. That Canadian. With their maple syrup. Speaking of maple syrup, I went to a brunch for after the maple tapping that was done, and man, it was really good. I had a really good time with it. It was really the food was good, and I had a grand old time. I haven't been in that area for like a lot of events like I'd like to, um, just because I don't really go down there because there's not like a lot of events that I can go to. So the fact that I was able to go to that was like really cool. And talk to a bunch of folks, and I got to see an elder that I hadn't seen in a while, and I was super happy to see her. She's doing great. She's still like as fun as she is. So I'm gonna try and definitely go to another event this weekend at the college, just so I can see her and maybe some other folks I haven't seen since like this since the fall season. Um, so yeah, but Well, we'll see. I know that I know that I need to prioritize like making sure that I'm okay because I know that I've been pretty tired and I have like a lot of stuff I'm gonna be doing later. Where did this new art style come in? What happened? Jesus. What happened in the time that I had not been drawing? Probably been drawing in my sleep by mistake. Um, well, and also drawing like everybody else probably helped me with like different art style, I guess. So I don't draw horns like this. What happened? I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, um, but yeah, I need to like kind of slow down just because um first of all, I slept for 14 hours today. That's not normal. I have not slept that long in a while. I and I know tomorrow my plan is to like work on cleaning my house a little bit more. Um, just because, cleaning the house would be a pretty good idea. And making sure that everything's all situated and whatnot. But also like I've been working a lot and uh I'm gonna be starting school up again soon, finally now that I can. Um, why do those look like that? I don't know. I did think that maybe I should probably add because I have some facial hair, so I'm just kind of like maybe I should add like a little unicorn beard, you know? And then I was like, maybe not. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna add it and then I'm gonna extend them because I remembered when I had them like a little bit longer and I was like, wow, I really like that. There we go. The thing that I was missing. Because I don't know why, but I like my character looking like a woolly mammoth. Just a little bit, you know? Okay. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Oh no, no! I opened Firefox by mistake. That's not what I wanted. I was trying to click the other one so I could see the messages. Because I can see like the messages on my phone, but my phone is a little bit lower, and I kind of want to like take like little breaks. Um, I did start drawing again, and it is my fault. It is my indigenous spirit. I just need to, I just need to. I'm gonna make fun of myself a lot. I'm gonna make fun of myself a lot when it comes to like my indigeneity and also like, just everything. So if those kind of jokes make you uncomfortable, I'm very sorry. I'm just making fun of myself, I promise. Um, and if you guys want to have like conversations about that, like we fully can and talk about like why those kind of jokes can be like okay and sometimes not okay, um, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, but yeah, what'd you say? What'd you say? It is, yeah, I really like having fluff on my character. I used to, well, I still do it. You know what? Actually, since I reminded myself, I do sometimes add like the fluff on the chest because I really do like the fluff. But my character used to be way more fluffy. Um, because fluff was like the thing that I would add on everything. Like the cheeks had like fluff, but now if I were to do that, I don't like that much. So I don't do that. I think I added fluff on the ears, but that is something I don't do anymore. So, excuse me. But I do add like fluff in the hair, um, just because what was it? Recently, my hair got real fluffy, and I think it was because I didn't add conditioner in, and that's why my hair was extraordinarily fluffy. But it was also not really great to maintain. Um, but that was also after I like had done a sweat, and I was like cool. And it was like it was a sweat that I didn't know was happening, so I didn't have any of my like stuff at home or at like my place that day. So I was, like, because I was up north, I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to just use the stuff that's here, and that was not a lot of stuff. So, Yeah, so I didn't do what I normally did to make sure that I was okay and such, but that was because I didn't know it was happening. If I would have known, that would have been a different story, but it is what it is. And that's not a bad it is what it is. It's a very good it is what it is. Oh yeah, no. I am very comfortable with like my like chat, like that kind of stuff. I have to also be aware of the fact that, people don't know me and that is completely and totally fine. Um, and especially since what's the word? Um, I'm completely comfortable and fine making those types of jokes. Or like certain type of commentary, but sometimes I have to be aware that people don't know who I am and people don't understand like the types of things I will say. And it is also good to make sure that you're kind of aware of the people that you are around. Like what is it? If I were to make a joke and someone would be like, "Hey, like that's not like a really good joke," and it's like, "Oh, well," or like that's not like a funny joke. It's like, okay, keeping people like accountable, but it's also like if I were to make like my typical Hispanic jokes, some people might not know that I am Hispanic or like indigenous to like the Mesoamericas. Making those types of jokes, people would be like, you can't make that, that's racist. It's like, oh, well, actually, here's my limit, and also here's the reasons why people shouldn't be making those jokes and why it is funny to me. But I can definitely like make sure I don't make those types of jokes in the public, I guess. I don't know. It's just being like aware of those types of things and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's not a bad thing. People, being in check are good. I mean, but it's good to keep it's good to hold each other accountable. That's the word that I was looking for. But it's also good to like make sure that you are aware of like who you're keeping in check and who you're keeping like aware, etc. I guess. I don't know. Um, which is not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing to make sure that you know who you're surrounding yourself with. Um, especially in this day and age. And sometimes we just have to like ask questions. It's not a bad thing to just ask questions. Sometimes it's okay to do that. I don't know. I'm also operating heavily on the fact that I've had to start like asking questions, just so I can get places, and it is good to ask questions. Um, because what is it? If you don't ask questions and you don't, make clear communicative like um routes, it can cause like issues just because what is it? Um, just be like yeah, just because of like where we are like today and whatnot. Sometimes asking questions and not like jumping to assumptions is like really good. Especially since we don't know who people are and oh God, that scared me, Jesus. We don't know who people are, and some people that you know you think you don't, you might not know who they, what's the word, who they are, how they operate, and or like you don't know like your own values. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I do bring up my ethnicity quite a bit just because it's been a journey of its own. Because I've always been very open about that in that way, and as I've been developing more and more as a person, I guess my ethnicity has been more of a conversation for me and has been like a really um, big deal in my journeys. Um, so yeah, it's complicated, To me, it feels like it's complicated, but it's really not. Hold on, I'm just trying to make sure that. unfortunately, that this character is straight, even though I am very much, in fact, not a hetero. Mm, why do I have it that way? Yeah, boundaries with like people and boundaries in general is something that I've been a little bit more open about. Um, Obviously not perfect because there are more things that I could do and I can figure out different ways to communicate things and be better about my communication skills. Um, but of course that comes with time. That comes with time with everything. Um, it comes with time and also experiencing different things. And, you know, ow. Um, and it's been something that, I'm trying to find my words and my words are very difficult, very, no, that was not Sparky. That was, I think, who's on the floor right now? I feel like it would have been like Angus or Hemingway, but I'm not sure. It was one of them. You know what? I'm not gonna edit it anymore because I actually do like how it looks, even though it doesn't look straight. I like that it looks like it's on an angle, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna stay with that. Um, but yeah, like communication and boundaries have been something that I've been slowly learning. I actually feel like I picked up on them. I picked up on them very quickly, and I know what they are, but I'm not good at being strict with them just because, yeah. But that again is a thing that people learn over time, and people who are really good at that, applause to you. I'm so glad that you're able to like keep up with that. I know for myself, it's a bit tricky. Just want to fix the leg a little bit because I feel like the leg isn't legging, you know. There we go. The glutes aren't gluten, you know. I should probably learn like horse anatomy again because I used to be I when I would draw my gore, it was really not top tier, but really good in my standards. Standards of not wanting to learn that stuff, you know? And now they're very like, you could do better. It's like, yeah, I could, and I should. Okay, we're gonna flatten this out just so I can make it. There we go. But anyway, how is everyone's day going? Oh wait, yeah, because I am gay. I'm a homosexual, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Um, but yeah, how is everybody's day going? Is everybody doing good? Is everybody doing great? Um, I hope everybody's doing well at least, just a little bit. I heard that yesterday for a lot of places was a really good turnout, which is really good. It was really unfortunate I wasn't able to go to any of them. But safety first. I know some of my friends couldn't go, which is not a negative. It's just, again, like people were doing their own things, and some people don't have like the privilege to go out to those spaces. Um, so yeah, I feel like the neck looks really long, but I also don't. I don't think I care enough that the neck looks long. Okay, let me fix the tail a little bit. I think I don't like doing line art anymore. Um, and the reason why is because I'm like, I should do line, I should line this and make it look nicer. And then I'm like, nah, I want to keep the sketchy look. I don't know. Because line art is really difficult, and I don't want to deal with it. So we're just gonna not deal with it. No, yeah, I mean, I feel like the horse looks the way the horse looks. I mean, besides like the obviously the horn and like the massive eyes, and obviously like needs a longer body. But like the neck wise, yeah, I think that's I think that's fine. Horses have long necks. Um, but yeah, I mean, sleeping for like 12 hours is good too. But you also you need it because you don't consume enough salt for yourself. I'm sorry going to the bus for that. I need to make the eyes. Yeah, there we go. My thing says that there's nobody here. So hold on, give me a second. Okay, there we go. You don't consume enough salt. Am I wrong? No, because you can be better about that. The neck looks really freaking long. Okay, let me just. Okay, I think it looks a little bit better. Um, hold on. You did work almost 40 hours, and in those 40 hours, did you like chug your shot of salt? No? Then I don't want to hear it. No, I think you actually didn't. Don't you normally drink like electrolytes when you're on the shift? Then when you can, at least. Okay, I think that looks somewhat normal. The tail's still long, but that's fine. It is what it is. It's a good kind of is what it is, though. So no one's. I will not complain. Oh, jeez. Okay, now I just need to fill in the spots that could get me in trouble for whatever reason when it comes to the fill-in bucket. Okay, you normally drink like a bunch of liquid IVs. Okay, because how you make it seem is that you like are absolutely uh uh without water the whole time. No, I'm kidding. You don't make it seem like that. Well, I mean, based off how busy it gets, yeah, but no. Versus I, where I just sit and like have a tea every time. Except like recently, for some reason, my like teas haven't been tasting good, but I did make a lavender honey tea this time instead of my normal lavender vanilla. Because the vanilla hasn't been hitting. It tasted really wonky most recently. I was like, ooh, this doesn't taste right. I dumped it out and I made a new one because I could not physically drink it. And normally I'm very good about like finishing my drinks. I could not. I could not. Oh my God, the squeaking of the chair is me, I promise. Okay, so now that we have the character drawn out, this is what the character design looked like. Um, so I will be using these colors. I will be using them for the design, and I will be working with it as best as I can. I have an idea of what I'm gonna do, and obviously these colors are gonna gonna impact the way that it looks, but I got an idea. Um, and if you do want to follow the artist that did the color design and the art, you can find him on Evan M. R underscore Evan M. R underscore on Instagram. So that is the credit to the artist. You can go follow him, etc., etc., etc. I am going to start off with the eyes because that's going to be the easiest thing to start with. Because he did blue and orange for the eyes, which on it, I never told him that that I had for my character blue, blue brown eyes. But I know for like, what is it? My persona, I definitely made it where the colors change based off the levels. Because I still, so I'm very thankful that I don't want blue eyes anymore. Because man, that was like a thing that I wanted for like the longest time. But I still want like a different colored eyes, less than what I have. I don't know. I definitely don't want blue eyes anymore. No, it is really nice looking. I think the design's really cool. I just need to, I'm going, because I did ask if I could do it my style. He was like, go for it. Um, so I'm going to be doing it with the color designs. And because he did see the color design that I did make for the previous character, he said that it would probably um make more sense if I were to do it. So, but yeah, so the eyes, that's done. And then because he did the turquoise, he so I had made a comment about how, what was it? No, okay. God, what was it? Made a joke about how I'd keep picking blue colors because they're turquoise. Um, or that every time I would pick a blue color, it was a certain shade of blue, and it would be like the turquoise blue. It's not like this blue, because every time I pick up a color, it'd be like more this one. Um, and I kept joking that I was like, oh, it's because I'm native, whatever. Um, and so that's the joke there. You know what? Let me just do this. I am lazy. Ah, dang, see, I knew it was gonna happen. But yeah, so we make the joke that I just picked blue or the turquoise blue because I'm native. When in reality, I like to be more specific. I will grab the color in just a second. I apparently seem to really like Aurora turquoise blue. Um, because like this turquoise is a great color, grand color, not a negative. I just like a specific blue. And let me show you guys in just a second. And the only reason why I found out what shade of blue turquoise that I like was because of a manual that I saw when I worked somewhere. Um, because I was like, I like blue and I like turquoise, but I don't like the turquoise. But there's one turquoise that I seem to really like. And we looked through the manual, and the person was like, "This is the color that you seem to like." And I'm like, "Oh, that is." And I was like, "Oh, it's Aurora blue turquoise. That's crazy." I really like the color. It's such a, I don't know. Blues are obvious. So blue is my favorite color, but I'm very particular with my blues. I don't like navy blue. Um, but I also don't like. There's another blue, like this blue. I'm not a big fan of. But to me, this isn't blue. It's more of like a green, but it is blue. I don't know. This like I do not classify this as a blue. I classify it like own category altogether. Um, it's still a good color though. I'm just not a massive fan. Yeah, like open. Yeah. So and again, it's not a bad blue. It's a nice blue. I just don't. I don't know. Anytime words, I don't know. Like yeah. Sorry, I'm struggling. It's very obvious that I have not talked all day today, and what is conversation? Don't know. Oh, I got the funniest compliment yesterday, and I'm only sharing it because so I colored my hair recently, and I colored it on Sunday, and then on Monday I did the live stream where I was doing like the pony color or like the ponies and whatnot. And so I was like, cool, we're gonna like I colored my hair because I needed to redo it. It had been like a couple of months. And I was like, I really need to do my hair. Um, because it was people were starting to say that my hair was green, and much respect to anybody and everybody who understands colors and colors, but god dang, anytime that somebody says that my hair is green, it drives me flippin' nuts. Um, so and the compliment that I got yesterday when I was at Lush because I've been purchasing things from there. Um, and they have a lot of things that I really like. Um, um, and somebody came up to me and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you look like a My Little Pony character." And I just looked at her and I was like, "Oh," and she's like, like a sunrise, sunset, and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then I just kind of went, alrighty then. Like I was very pleased with the compliment, but I was very surprised by the compliment. I'm not used to people like referring to me as a My Little Pony character, if that. Okay, I'm trying to find like the stone. I don't want that. I want the stone. I need like can I get the manual? I also don't like this because it's with gold, and so my brain goes weak. I just need the stone.